Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. So last time we finally made it into the next palace of the game. We made it into Futaba's palace. And in this part we're actually going to, you know, see the damn thing. But first, cutscene. Anime cutscene. And I do like this bit of comedy here. God damn it. I love that on the dashboard. It looks like Morgana's face. It's kind of cool. I love that so much. Ryuji's face. My favourite thing in that though is Yusuke's reaction of kind of like he gets just as much shit as the other two, but he's kind of looking away. He's not even interested. So I found that kind of funny that he gets lumped in with us two retrobates. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty much the first dungeon where we're not, the first palace where we're not immediately there. We have to actually use Morgana's car ability to actually get us to the actual palace. Which again is just something that's different about this one in comparison to the rest.
That was the best I could do, so quit your yapping.
For real? You are so
Morgana's AC wasn't working. But yeah, it sort of highlights the fact that, you know, it's the first aspect that makes this palace significantly different from the previous ones that we've done. So it's kind of cool. I like that.
Hey, a pyramid's a tomb, right?
I do love the music here. The music is so good.
That's how it's mostly known. There are a variety.
So yeah, they use a pyramid.
For instance,
which I guess would be
a device for reviving the dead.
a quintessential kind of tomb, I guess. When you think of a tomb, I guess you would think of the ancient Egyptians, and you would think of the pyramids.
The golden ratio.
Hey guys, can we go in already?
Okay.
I'm gonna melt.
Yeah, Ryuji's like, you know, fuck this artist shit. Let's just get in there, shall we, and get on with this. Let's get inside, because it's bound to be cooler inside. They've probably got AC. Alright, let's get going. It's probably the nicest looking palace in the game, at least for me personally.
Indeed.
I love how it looks. So it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Time for us to go.
Yes.
Well, there's nothing else for us to do out here, so let's get moving. And as you can see as well, we've not got our Phantom Thief gear on yet because we're not seen as a threat. That's a good thing. I suppose that's a clever little detail. The fact that Futaba's room is kind of AC. It's got AC on all the time, so it's why the tomb is all cold on the inside. It's kind of cool. And this palace is very different from the previous ones, where basically it seems to be pretty much open at this point, but of course that's not going to stay that way forever. I can totally sense the treasure ahead. We're getting close. Oh wow, this is going to be a really short palace. Alright, let's get going. Let's climb the stairs and find this thing. Yeah, but this is another thing why I like this palace so much, is that it's pretty much a straight line with the stairs going up, but you have to go to different areas to kind of solve little puzzles and stuff in order to open up the areas to get to the next location. And we meet Futaba's shadow fairly early today in this palace.
It isn't the real her.
Oh yeah, you've seen her face.
And I do really like Futaba's shadow's design. It's very
So you're Futaba Sakura.
it's very cool, like kind of a
Hey,
ancient
where's the
Egyptian
treasure
kind of design. I love the headdress in particular. It looks really awesome.
Doubtful that you wouldn't know where it is.
Hey, say something.
don't be like that. I'm sorry, Futaba-chan.
Yeah, Ryuji, don't be a
Okay,
prick.
there's no need to be scared. So, can you tell us where your most treasured possession is?
This is going nowhere.
Let's just leave her.
Will you guys shut up for a bit?
Those who plunder my tomb, why have you come?
She talked, but
Okay.
What are you saying? You want
And this
us
is
to
pretty much the
steal it,
first
right?
time that we hear Futaba's voice, from what I
Believe
remember
you
as
can
well.
steal it, then try as
Hear
you
her talking.
might. That's rather defiant sounding.
Perhaps this is that tsundere thing, where someone is harsh or sweet depending on the mood.
Considering the state that my palace is in, there is no way that you can steal it.
creepy child. You killed her. You're a plague.
What are these voices?
Murderer.
Why don't you
Hmm.
say something?
She's starting to hear voices in her head. And this is kind of the element that is makes it a fair bit
Hey, the hell is this?
different in comparison to other palaces.
Stand there, say something.
Your fault.
In that most of the
That's
time,
right.
because obviously Futaba wants to have a,
What?
because obviously Futaba wants to have her
I am
heart
the one who killed my mother.
stolen. So it's kind of a, so you would imagine that it would just basically be an easy and simple case of just heading
My
through and,
mother exists
you know,
here.
just being
I
able
will
to get
remain
to it
here.
easily.
I will do
um,
so until I die.
But she has these kind of
Our clothes.
mental breakdown
sees us as
kind
a
of
threat
moments
now.
and panic
What's going
attacks
on?
where she kind of goes from being wanting you to steal her heart to kind of aggressively trying to stop you from doing it, and it makes the palace a fair bit different. So when she hears her voices, it affects her palace quite significantly, which is kind of a cool
This place is
and
terrible.
interesting
I'll die here.
it's kind of a cool and interesting element to have.
Come near me.
Don't just stand there, say something.
It's your fault.
And we're going to find out more about why she's, as we go through the palace, we're going to find out more about why she's so screwed up, why she keeps getting all these voices. We find out a little bit more of the origins behind that. So it's not nice when we find out about it, I can say that much. But yeah, so basically this is kind of what kind of screws us over. Indiana Jones time. At least it makes sense that you can only run in a straight line because it's a thin, narrow corridor. At least it makes sense. And now all the doors are going to shut, I think. Yeah, basically. So basically the whole palace is going to be us getting to this point, solving puzzles to open up each door so we can get to the top of the pyramid and steal her treasure. It's a kind of an interesting. It's an interesting idea for a palace, and once again, it's something unique and different about this palace in comparison to the other ones we've done so far, which were quite simple and straightforward to get through, to navigate.
That day is fast approaching. The Phantom Thieves.
In other words, ladies and gentlemen, we've got until the 21st of August in order to deal with this. So we've got just you have a bit longer as well with this one. Actually, you have about a month.
In order to
Whereas
stop
in
them,
previous
we need to help Futaba
previous
solve
palaces,
it
I think it was
before
like
the
2 or 3
21st.
weeks.
Our deadline is about 2 days
I
prior,
think 3 weeks
so
to get the palace sorted.
Meeting up in Shibuya,
So
then coming here is
we get a little bit longer
right?
for the
Let's make
Futaba's
this place our hideout
palace.
for a while.
Is everyone fine with
Convenient.
this place being our next hideout then?
We must
And I
take
think
care
this
not to be
remains
discovered
the
by boss.
There's no telling
sorry.
what may happen inside that
This
pyramid.
remains
We all
the
need to be
hideout for
cautious
the
so that place doesn't
entire
become our
for the entirety of
graveyard.
the game.
Man,
So
this
from
is
this
gonna
point
be one
onwards,
crazy summer vacation. We're
the
dealing with international hackers and
the
looking for a treasure in a pyramid.
cafe, Sojourner's Cafe, becomes the
How can you be enjoying
main
this? This is a crisis of
base for
whether
the
or
rest
not our
remainder
group
of the
continues
game,
on,
which
you
is
know?
kind of nice.
I know that.
That reminds me. While we were in the Mona car, you were staring at me with a dirty look, you perv.
Shut up.
Hey man,
It was a
that's not
great
cool.
view. too, am I right?
Indeed. The pyramid's golden ratio was truly a sight to behold.
Ain't what I'm talking
I
about.
love you, Scalar.
I wasn't staring Lady On. I'm a gentleman after all.
It's
And
not
this
that you
response from
weren't,
Arn is
but
just
that you couldn't
perfect.
since you were transformed. Am I right?
100% spot
Will we
on.
be alright like this?
You can tell from the anime sweat drops there. So Cafe LeBlanc is now going to be our base of operations and will be for the remainder of the game. This is kind of a creepy and horrible moment. Yeah, and it does seem a little bit different because the kind of flash there is kind of similar to when everybody like goes into the to the palace world for the first time. So I guess it's kind of her being able to do that. You know, like I think that's where she gets the app. Because she does end up using it at some point. So yeah, we're asking Alibaba basically, you can deal with Medjed, right? If we do this, it's like, you want proof? Fine, I'll take down some server somewhere, and you will know that it's me. I'm gonna prove to you that I'm awesome. Yeah. So yeah, this like I say, this is one of the more interesting palaces in the whole game. It's really enjoyable. Uh-oh. So yeah, she took down. So yeah, she took down the Phantom Thieves Aficionado website. Is this proof enough for you? Everything's back to normal. So yeah, she took down the Phantom Aficionado website and brought it back. Okay. I guess that's proof that she knows what she's fucking doing, so let's move on, shall we? We aren't going to be going back to the palace just yet, though. We've got some other stuff to deal with. We've got some social link stuff to do as well. But this is officially where our mission starts. We've got our deadline to stick to, which is they said was the 21st of August, so we've got about a month. We've got a good while. So we're going to meet up with Makoto. Let's continue Makoto's social link. I think I've said this a few times before, but hers is probably the most difficult to get done the first time round because you need your let me think, you need your charm at rank 4, and you also need your bravery at rank 4 at 2 specific points to be able to get his social link done. So it's a bit of a pain, but worth it in the end because Makoto's social link's pretty good one to go through. I love Makoto's response there. If there were actually tests unlocked, I would not flunk them. I never flunk a test. Oh well. So basically she's concerned about this guy that Aiko is dating, and she wants us to pretend to be her boyfriend in order to kind of go on a double date with him to find out if he's an asshole or not. So yeah. Given the fact that we're actually in a relationship with Arn at this point in the game, this is a lot more kind of complicated than it was in my previous playthrough, but whatever.
All right.
So we're halfway done with Makoto. She's now at rank 5. So yeah.
All right then.
I think that's the next the reason we need to be our charm needs to be at rank 4, I think, for the next one. But since everything's maxed out at this point, that's not going to be an issue. If only we could. Yeah, so basically at this point they're still going around the rigmarole trying to work out something else, just in case they can't deal with Futaba's palace. But it's pretty much just a case of, it eventually just becomes like, you know, we've just got to get the palace done. Get Futaba's palace done so then she can help us to deal with Medjed. It's what we have to do. It's our only option, ladies and gentlemen. And this doesn't really affect anything. You've still got till the 21st. It's just a little bit of once again, it's just the game kind of putting a little bit of pressure on you to just be like, you need to deal with Futaba's palace. The next palace is available. You're gonna have to do something about it. Come on, deal with it and get on with it. But for this, to end this part, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go through the next section of use case social link, and we're gonna
Let us be off.
continue his social link now. This one's pretty funny, to be fair. I do like this section. This social link where he takes us to I think it's a church. Is it a church? Yeah, it's a church. Fuck, can't remember. Takes us to a church because he wants to draw anguish. Needs to paint anguish. So he wants us to kind of do the whole Jesus on the cross thing. The true essence of anguish. You have to be my mom. Oh, fuck. Do you want me to strip? No. Now strip. Take it all. My god.
Now then.
Yusuke got a bit serious there. That's kind of creepy. Don't change my... Don't change the look on my face at all there. I just love this section. I don't know why.
No.
It's just fucking brilliant. Raise your hands higher. And now he's gonna do Yusuke doesn't get it at all. Oh my god. And now there's a priest. Oh shit. That? Yeah, I'd probably have the same reaction to two blokes striking a pose at the main altar.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, a bit of information about the symbolism of the crucifixion, I suppose, there. Hope from anguish. So yeah, he needs to learn more, and he wants us to help him. He wants to help him in that endeavour.
I'm in your debt.
I'm a mirror, apparently, into Yusuke's soul. And Yusuke's bond is growing deeper. Now at rank 5, Yusuke to use blank cards to duplicate mid-level skill cards. That's a useful upgrade. Farewell.
See
Wonderful. I love that so much. That ending's so silly, but really fun to watch. Anyway, that's it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time when we'll be... I don't think we're going to be getting back to Futaba's palace for a little while. So we're going to be doing more social link stuff and building up to actually going and doing the palace proper. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.